Welcome to Homework Hotline, the show that answers your homework questions. And now here is this week's guest teacher.
Welcome to Homework Hotline, the show that answers your questions. I'm Sailor Craig, and I am pleased to share a special show with you today. Our guests today are Ann Callahan and Sandy Fulcher from the UNI Museum. They will be talking about the new museum and the exhibits that you can see at the museum. You will also meet Murphy the Moose. If you have questions, please call the phone number you see on your screen. At the end of the show, we will have a drawing from the questions to select our Homework Hotline star for next week's show. The winner will be on the show and also receive this Homework Hotline t-shirt. And today we'll have a second drawing for this Murphy the Moose t-shirt also. So call in and be a winner today. We understand some of you are receiving a poor TV signal for our show. Please call 232-8800 so that we can correct this situation. We have a question here from Carrie Barnes from Holmes. How big is Murphy the Moose?
Well, he's 7 feet tall. And how much does he weigh?
About 1,500 pounds.
The real moose lives in northern Minnesota and Canada. We really don't have them in Iowa normally, although this past winter one did walk through Iowa on its way somewhere that nobody really knew where it was going, but he was here.
The one chasing cows?
Yes, yes he was.
Okay, the second question is from Chad Longseth from Holmes. When was the UNI Museum first started?
Oh, the University Museum has been in existence since about 1898.
Okay. Our next question: what kind of things will be in the loan kits?
Depends, I guess, on which loan kits we're talking about. We're hoping to have one on rocks and minerals, and we will have examples of the three main kinds of rocks, and we will have some Iowa geodes in there and crystals of various kinds.
A loan kit is something your teacher can get into the classroom from the museum to use with their teaching.
Okay. Okay, we have a tape that Sandy and Ann will tell us some things about. I understand this is going to start pretty soon here.
Okay, there's a lot of the boxes that we have. We've been packing up the collection for the last year. That's the poster that our artist John Napek designed.
Here's a picture of someone you're going to see later in the show, the 7-foot-tall moose. He and his friends are going to ask you for some help a little later, and we hope we can get some. Here's some of his friends now, his buddies that are all packed up and ready to go.
There's a porcupine and a skunk. Those two have gone to the Cedar Heights Elementary School to do a special program. There's some more of our boxes. We have almost 2,000 boxes already that are ready to move. Each one of them, as you can see there, has a number on it. And each box has an inventory sheet. There's a copy of this sheet that lists everything that's inside that individual box. We have to be able to find everything when we move.
What's that?
There's the pelican sticking out of there. Ron Wilson, our museum director, is going to explain on this tape the design for the new building and the floor plan and the new exhibits. There he is.
Okay. We can show you on a model exactly what the new museum will look like. There'll be a few changes from the model, but we can at least show you the main spaces and give you a pretty good idea of what to expect. The building is now being renovated. It's almost done, and we'll spend the summer in packing new exhibits or building new exhibits for you. There will be a new front on the building, but you'll enter through the front door, come through the lobby. In the lobby there will be a small gift shop which will sell educational supplies. There will be offices for the museum staff, and then this will be the main entrance into the exhibits. There will be a changing exhibit area at front center, so that if there's something new and different, you'll see that right off. And then you can turn to the right and go through a series of geological exhibits, including fossils and minerals, rocks, mastodons, fossils, things like that. Turn the corner and go through more information about Iowa geology. There'll be a large diorama that focuses on a special habitat that occurs in northeastern Iowa, where the geology combined with the biology to produce a pretty unique ecological setting. More information on other ecological communities, large animals including a moose and elk and bison, and then from there we'll go through a sequence of smaller animals, of birds and small mammals, mostly focusing on Iowa species. In this corner there will be exhibits on world anthropology, non-North American anthropology, with artifacts from Africa, South America, the South Pacific Islands, and things like that. And then we'll come back through the cultural sequence into North America again with exhibits on Iowa agriculture and other aspects of Iowa history, including politics and costumes, pioneer artifacts, and some information about the prehistoric Iowans, the Indians that were here prehistorically, and some information about the Indians that still live here. And then that will take you back to the lobby, and you can leave the museum. There will also be a large room off of the lobby in this direction, which will be used for classes and lectures and films, things like that. So this will be a major focus of activity for large organized groups. And that pretty well covers it.
Where are we now, Sandy? What's
Well, this is the new building. The location is the corner of Hudson Road and University Avenue. This is showing the inside of the building with the workmen still busy at work.
When do they plan on it being finished?
Well, we hope that it will be ready to move in like the 1st of April. And at that point, we are hoping that we'll be able to open up the building in the fall of this coming
Okay,
year.
so it won't be open this summer, but it'll be
No.
open in the fall.
Right. There you can see them putting up the lights. This shows the new classroom space that we're going to have, where we will be able to be doing special programs with students that come to visit in that room.
That's also going to work like an auditorium?
Yes, yes it will. All right, this is showing the cold air slope. This is a scale model at this point, but we're going to have a full-size model of this. It's a very special area in northeast Iowa. Okay. All right. You want to go ahead and tell us about the porcupine? Okay. If we could show the porcupine a little bit closer up here. This is representing one of our special programs that we do. The kids would come and we would talk about it, and the children will get to touch the porcupine and feel how sharp the quills really are. And they'll find out that a porcupine has 30,000 quills. I guess we've got this. We can put this out too for you. This, can we see that? Okay, this is a mastodon tooth, which represents our fossil collection. And we hope to have some fossils that we will be including in our loan kits to the schools, and we will be doing special programs about fossils also at the new museum.
Okay, our homework hotline star today is Kari Amos from Lincoln School. Kari is a 5th grader in Mrs. Baumhofer's room.
The Hotline Happening features a special preview of Peter Pan. This musical is being presented at Pete Junior High this week. We are off to Never Never Land.
I hear it's a really good play there. We should be getting that tape to you pretty soon here. While we're waiting, we have another question. What is Murphy the Moose used for? This question's from Tara Loebsack from Hanson.
Well, the idea of Murphy is to get students in the area interested in coming to the UNI Museum. And plus, he's going to be asking them to help him move. He's sort of a symbol for the museum.
Okay. We have another question from Kim Loy from Valley Park. I guess we don't have time for this question. Yes, we do have time for this question. This question's from Kim Loy from Valley Park. Where is the museum located, and at what time is it open?
Okay, the new museum will be at the corner of Hudson Road and University Avenue. It's the old Olympic Gym and Spa building, if anybody remembers where that was. We hope to be open in the fall, and we expect that we will be open once in a while for Saturday programs and weekend programs for families, but otherwise we will be open during the normal school hours.
Okay. I think we'll go to this tape now.
An all-time favorite is being presented at Pete Junior High this week. The musical Peter Pan is an all-school production. The students and directors have been preparing for this production since December. Our cameras visited some of the early rehearsals and found the students learning their lines and stage positions. As each group waits their turn to practice, they sit patiently like these pirates. The production gives the students a chance to share their musical talents through singing or by playing in the orchestra. The students must learn how to use their stage area in the most effective way. Their coaches, Mr. Drachenberg, Mr. Close, and Mrs. Capitoni, work closely with each other and the students to produce this musical. The play Peter Pan has involved over 100 students. The set construction crew has worked late on many Fridays to produce this stage that consists of a pirate ship, the Darling Home, and the forest of Never Never Land. The familiar sounds of hammering and sawing were heard as the set progressed from boards and nails to beds, trees, and a pirate ship. Finally, the rehearsals and stage are complete, and it's time for the dress rehearsal. We would like to give you a preview of this delightful musical. The story opens in the Darling home as we see children and a dog playing. But soon it is bedtime, and Mama and Papa Darling face the usual problems in getting their children to bed. As we see here, medicine time is never any fun, young or old.
When I was your age, I used to take my medicine without a murmur. I used to say, "Thank you, kind parents, for giving me medicine to make me well." And as an example to you, I take it now, only I've lost the bottle.
I know where it is, Mother! I'll go get it!
Wendy! No, it's that hard stuff, the sticky sweet kind.
It'll soon be over, Father.
Oh, dear.
I've been as quick as I could. Here's your medicine, Father!
Thanks a lot.
Now, Michael, you will see how Father takes it.
Michael first.
Father first.
Oh, it'll make me sick, you know.
Father, I thought you took it quite easily.
That's not the point. The point is there's much more in my bottle than there is in his spoon, and that isn't fair.
Oh, come on, Father.
A little less noise there.
Father, scaredy cat.
Father's not a scaredy cat.
Well, then take it.
Well, then, you take it.
Why not both take it at the same time?
Certainly. Ready, Michael? 1, 2... You know what, Michael? I don't think you're going to take it after all.
I am too! Now, I'll count. John, help me.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2.
Slow down.
3. Oh, yeah!
Father, don't take it!
Father! Father, I took my medicine!
Finally, Mama Darling gets her children tucked in and sings a lullaby.
1, say your prayers, and 2, close your eyes, and 3, safe and happily fall asleep. Tender shepherd, watches over all his sheep. 1, say your prayers, and 2, close your eyes, and 3, safe and happily fall asleep.
As the children sleep, they have a visitor from far away. Let's listen in as Wendy meets Peter Pan.
Who are you? What are you doing here? What's your name? Wendy Angela Darling. What's your name? I'm Peter Pan. Is that all? It doesn't matter. Where do you live? Second to the right and straight on till morning. That's a funny address. No, it's not. I mean, is that what they put on your letters? I don't get any letters. But your mother gets letters. I don't have a mother. Oh, Peter, you don't have a mother! You mustn't touch me! Why? Nobody has ever touched me. But why not? I don't know. Well, no wonder you were so upset. I wasn't upset. I just can't get my shadow to stick on. Has it come off? How?
And Peter convinces Wendy to come to Never Never Land.
In your arms, never, never land. It might be miles beyond the moon, or right there where you stand. Just keep an open mind, and suddenly you'll find Never, Never Land.
The scene changes to Captain Hook and his faithful pirate, Smee. Captain is in for a surprise as he talks about the clock he hears ticking.
This part, the clock. Ah, yes, a clock. And it goes on. Tick, tock, tick. Within him. And before it can reach me, I hear the ticking both. Once, I heard it strike 6 inside of him.
Someday the clock will run down and then he'll get you.
I That's the fear that haunts me. Oh!
What's the matter?
Ow! I go, and I told that. Did I? Barney! Help me! Help me!
And this is a pirate ship and its crew. The lost kids that live with Peter are excited to have Wendy for a mother and plan to build her a house. Captain Hook and his crew have other plans for Wendy and the children. Peter and the kids express their feelings about growing up. As the pirates make plans to kidnap the children, Tiger Lily's Indians become friends and allies to Peter and the lost kids. They are blood brothers.
We blood brothers now! Otherwise!
The pirates capture the kids and plan to make Wendy walk the plank. Peter comes to the rescue and tells the captain he can't hurt them.
Even your crew's abandoning you now! Hook, you have a choice! Surrender to me, or meet the crop!
No, it's mine. Can express me out of contempt of you.
Surrender, or the crop! Surrender, or the crop! Children, I think it's time we go home. I'm sure Mother and Father have missed us very much.
Wendy, ma'am, how old do you have to be adopted?
What do you know?
I've never had a home. Can I go with you?
The children surprise their lonely parents.
Michael!
Wendy? Who are all these children? Why, they're our new friends! Yeah. Just like brothers and sisters. Father, will you adopt them?
Oh, come on, Dad! Well, what's another 6 or 7?
And even as the years go by, we see that Peter returns and flies to Never Never Land with Wendy's daughter, Jane. The crew and cast of this musical should be congratulated on a fine performance, and as Mr. Drachenberg says,
You guys, we got one great show!
We hope you enjoyed the feature, and now our guests have some more information that they would like to share with you and also answer some of your questions.
Hi. You've seen from the film how much work is going on at the UNI Museum and how much more needs to be done. We're hoping you and other area students will help us make this move, and we especially want you to come visit the museum when the move is completed and the new building's ready. Right now, I'd like to introduce someone real special, Murphy the Moose. Remember the moose you saw in the video? Well, he's with us today. His name is Murphy, and he has declared March to be Murphy Month. Because Murphy wants you and your friends to know that he needs help getting out of his crate and into his nice new home, he sent a letter to all of the area elementary schools. Dear friends, hi, my name is Murphy the Moose, and I live at the University of Northern Iowa's museum. Have you ever been to visit me there? If so, then you know there are lots of fun and different things to see. There are fossils and rocks and tools Indians used hundreds of years ago. I also have lots of animal friends that live with me at the museum. In fact, there are so many things at the museum, we have just run out of room. After all, when you are a 7-foot, 1,500-pound moose, you need a pretty good-sized house. So the museum is moving to a much bigger place where there will be plenty of space for me and my friends,
the new museum will
and
look
thousands
like.
of other treasures now packed away in boxes. Maybe you'd even like to help me move. If you would, I've given your teacher some ideas on how you can help. Please come see me next fall at my new house in the museum. I will be looking for you, your friend Murphy the Moose. Along with a letter, Murphy has sent a packet of information to each of your schools. This folder includes information on the new museum, a poster of Murphy, a set of teaching units, one about rocks and fossils, one about Native American Indians. These relate to exhibits that are planned for the museum. The museum is going to have loan kits, so you will have actual artifacts, rocks, and fossils to use in your classroom. Also in the folder is a Murphy t-shirt and t-shirt order forms. These t-shirts only cost $3.50, and we'd like to see you buy one or maybe even win one today. If your class or student council is interested in helping Murphy move, there's a form in the packet your teacher can send to Murphy, and he will send everyone in your class a Murphy sticker and some great ideas on how your group can help raise money to move Murphy and his friends. There are some fun ways you can help. Your teacher or your principal has the information, and if not, write the address that Murphy's showing you. Murphy, UNI Foundation, Cedar Falls, Iowa, 50614-0155. We sure are counting on you to help. Thanks a lot for coming to see us today, Murphy.
Bye, Murphy. Goodbye. Bye, Murphy.
That's all, Murphy. Thank you.
You can go now.
Okay.
I understand you have some rocks and fossils and things. Can you just show us? No?
Yes, we do. If you could get a close-up shot of our crystals, we have a really large fluorite crystal here. Okay, this is one that you could see when you came to visit the museum. These two smaller crystals over on the side are examples of ones that would be in our rock kit that we will be sending out to the schools that your teacher could check out and borrow. This other paper, back here we have a bunch of projectile points. These are items that may well be included, okay, that may be included in an Indian loan kit for your classroom. And we will have some educational materials in there so that you could look at these and try to decide what they were. I guess we have another fossil here also. I think we probably have some questions to look at here.
This one's from Kim Loy from Valley Park.
Okay.
Where do you go to present the animals?
We have gone out to some of the schools to visit already as far as taking a few of the animals to the schools on special programs.
Okay, next question is from Nathan Brixius from Holmes. How old is the mastodon fossil that you showed earlier?
Oh, the mastodon tooth. It's somewhere between 10,000 and 40,000 years old.
You have to be,
And
it has to be 10,000 years old to be a fossil, so.
Right. And mastodon, we have quite a few mastodon fossils at the University Museum. We have several leg bones that were found in fact, they were found over by Evansdale, by some school children even. That's really exciting. One of them that we have was found by a group of, I think they were 5th grade students.
Okay, our next question is from Amy Lloyd from Pete. Why did you name the moose Murphy?
And
Well, it just kind of seemed to fit him. It fit his personality.
Okay, thanks for watching our show today and for calling in your questions. Next week homework hotline star is Nathan Brixius from Holmes. Nathan, you will be contacted this week to make arrangements for next week's show. The winner of our Murphy and the Moose t-shirt is Chad Longseth from Holmes. Watch next week for a presentation on the space and topic by the Pete Alpha students. Murphy, would you like to show that address one more time, please?
Please help Murphy. He really wants you to help him move. By the way, if you'd like, Murphy can come out to your school and visit.
Okay, we have one last question from Stephanie Vanderbilt from Valley Park. Do you have gold stones there?
we have an awful lot of rocks. There's a lot of rocks and minerals there that I don't even know about. It could well be that we have some.
Oh, okay. Thank you for watching Homework Hotline. Tune in next week when we have a presentation on the space and time topic by the Pete Alpha students. The school with the most calls today is Holmes.